2019 has plenty of games releasing this year, but rest assured, you don't have to wait long for such great games. Highly anticipated games like Days Gone, Anthem, and Kingdom Hearts 3 make up only a tiny number of what's ahead. And that's not to mention other big games. March 2019 is a little bit quieter for game releases, but there are some great games coming out. Here are the top 5 games releases for March 2019. Dead or Alive 6. The fast-paced 3D fighting game produced by Koei Tecmo Games will be released on the 1st of March. The story follows the events of Dead or Alive 5, focusing on 2 separate main narratives, namely the battle between Ninja and Doatek versus Mist led by Donovan, and the events that occur during the 6 Dead or Alive tournaments. New side story episodes will also be added for returning characters. Following the tradition, fights in the Dead or Alive 6 are based on the triangle system. Strikes beat throws beat holds, and holds beat strikes. Left Alive. Left Alive is a survival action shooter designed by Square Enix for the coming March 5th, 2019. The game involves the talents of veteran developers Toshifumi Nabishima, director of Armored Core series, Yoji Shinkawa, character designer of the Metal Gear series, and Takayuki Yanase, mesh designer for Ghost in the Shell Arise, Mobile Suit Gundam Zero, and Xenoblade Chronicles X. Join forces to create Left Alive's dark and gritty world. This game is a brand new survival action shooter telling a human story of survival from the perspective of 3 different protagonists during the devastating invasion set in war-torn Novoslava in 2127. Devil May Cry 5. The Ultimate Devil Hunter is back in style. The game will be released on the 8th of March. The story is set several years after Devil May Cry 4. Legendary DMC action returns, made all the more stylish by the power modern gaming has to offer. Behold stunning visuals built upon the technology that brought you Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. High frame rate graphics and flexible design give our creators what they need to offer fans the latest and greatest DMC experience. One Piece World Seeker. The game will be released on March 15. Set sail in One Piece World Seeker, an open-world action-adventure game set in the popular world of the One Piece anime series. Featuring the swashbuckling spirit of the beloved series, One Piece World Seeker lets fans explore a brand new world from the perspective of series protagonist Straw Hat Luffy. In One Piece World Seeker, players experience and wage battles in an expansive and seamless world filled with castles, cities, beaches, and more exciting and diverse locations. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Set in Washington, D.C., the game takes place 7 months after a deadly virus was released in New York City and the nation has become a shell of its former self. While the virus has been contained, the effects are most evident in the devastated streets of the nation's capital, where survivors cling to hope and struggle to rebuild. Enter the Division, a unit of civilian sleeper agents, who now must work to stop enemy factions from completely taking over the city and ultimately the nation. As a universally regarded seat of power, if DC falls, the nation falls. With civilians helpless and fearing for their lives, players will be the last line of defense in preventing the total collapse of society. This was Mohammed bin Jabbar. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for infinite content. Infinite, we have no limit.